Bit of a minefield.
By the way, there's tons of spiders under there.
It does not look very friendly. Now our van is broken down again. Hello and welcome back. I'm back out here with Reuben and we're out in the glorious countryside of Cambridgeshire. What we're doing today is installing this wonderful Andersen. However, looking at the property, it's going to be a very tricky cable run and it's going to be very tricky to make this thing actually look really nice and smart. So I thought it'd be quite cool to film. So we are filming. The plan is to put the charger just here, and then when the cable clips around, the consumer unit is right around the other side of the house. I'm going to clip down to the floor, pleat it along the floor here, in the corner there come up, and fix it to the underside of the weatherboard. I've kind of been making these little hooks, which I'm thinking of using, because you can't fit a cleat in there. So I'm thinking of just buzzing a screw through that, and hooking it up with these every 400mm or so, around this corner. And then as you get around this corner, basically, meter cupboards here, we need to enter into the property through there, and then the consumer unit, oh yeah, consumer unit is up here. So we'd need to get into it there. So I'm thinking, drilling through this cupboard here, which is not going to be super fun because it's absolutely chock full of pipes and leaky things, through, up, and into the consumer unit that way. Grab this. Coffee. Thank you very much.
We do love a good coffee.
Yeah,
to
nice.
start our day, don't we?
One coffee a day keeps the dentist.
It's good stuff as well. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good enough for Jordan, but it's definitely good enough for us. I think Jordan would only be satisfied if he's literally had a donkey hand deliver his coffee from Colombia. Let's crack on. I'm going to leave it on the drum, and my plan is, around here, I'm going to get it into the building now, get all of that side of it done, and then if I can get it into the building now and get all of that side of it done, then I can then start to clip back towards the charger, and that kind of hardest bit is done, because obviously we've got render at this height, and then that height, a whole load of pipes and things I don't really fancy hitting. We're going to try and not to pop any render today. Yeah, I mean, bit of a minefield, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna have a little think and tell you what I come up with. Okay, so I think I've found a way that I want to go in, which sort of least risk. I was planning originally, I thought maybe I could pop into this whisker box here and use the same hole, but what I'm going to do instead is this little condensation line here, thinking that is probably the least risky thing I can hit. And straight above this, there's a little clearing about that wide of no pipes. So I'm going to drill in just there at an upwards angle, and that should take me out just there. I mean, it's extremely tight. Literally, you've got a gas pipe just next to it. That if I drill very, very carefully and very, very straight. In fact, you know what? I'm going to drill from the inside out. I'm hoping to come just above this little pressure release or condensate trap or whatever it is. And then I can clip it along here, round, up that wall, pop in just there, and then boom, I'm at my consumer unit. Not perfect, it's definitely not terrible either. Basically, I realised as I was in there I couldn't come above because I couldn't get the angle to come above the condensate because of the pipe that's there, and I definitely couldn't drill from the outside in, so I decided to come down at an angle and miss across like that. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take it along, clip it round and in. You know me, I'll be able to fill that in and make that look bougie again. Tool of the day, super rod mega set with the cable sock, unbelievable. So now what we'll do, start clipping that cable back along there, back towards the charger, and then when we get it to the location of the charger, mount the charger, wire it in, cut the drum, and then we'll come and do the consumer unit work. When it comes to livening stuff up and second fixing, I want to work backwards. I want to work at the furthest point first, back towards the dangerous end. Cool, so see you in a bit. We interrupt this time lapse to show you this beast. He does not look very friendly. Whoa! Look at him. That colouring just tells me he's not my friend. However, screwing a cable under weatherboarding, let me tell you something, kids. It does mean a lot of very unhappy spiders.
Yeah, I had my fingers under there and I wasn't thinking about it, and Cory was like, oh, by the way, there's tons of spiders under there. Like, don't tell me that.
Oh, sorry, you have to get used to it one day.
Yeah.
But look, guys, this is progress. We're doing well. Sorry, you've been watching our time lapse. I had to disturb it to show you that spider. He just dropped out on Reuben's arm and stuff. Yeah, I might as well set up the time lapse something different now. Oh, this is chaos without Nathan. Absolute chaos. We don't need him though. I'm gonna ask for his wages as well as mine.
We can split it, yeah?
You can split it equally, just spend it all at the pub. Lovely stuff. Right, let's show you around the job. I've got this all programmed, all tested and all set up. The way you program this, basically, you need to download the Connect Plus app, so it's K-O-N-N-E-C-T, Connect with a K, and there's a little button hidden just under there, and there's lots of functions on that button. It shows you on the instruction manual how to get into them, but basically you triple tap that, that'll put the yellow light blinking, that'll put it into Connect mode, and then you connect your phone to it via Bluetooth. Once you're connected via the Bluetooth, you can then connect to the local Wi-Fi network. You see it matches the frame really nicely. It's a beautiful little charger. See it goes around there. Just chisel the corner of that brick. Little trick there. Goes along. It comes up. And it goes underneath. All the way along. And then round here. We're going down, along, round, up. And I've just knocked up a little bit of cement to go in that hole there. And then it's coming through this cupboard and down into the top. You can't see, but I came down and behind, and then I have the inspection date here. So we are all finished. Not a bad little install. Pretty straightforward, really. Pretty neat, a little bit different. I'm really happy with it because, I mean, when you look at it, I was so worried about that cable route, thinking we were going to have to cleat it along, but it's completely invisible, really. I mean, even that tiny bit there, if I hadn't have just installed it, I wouldn't have noticed it. It really does blend in. It's a beautiful property. And I love how the charger does blend the colour perfectly with the windowsills. Customers got good taste there. That looks very nice. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions, especially about the Andersens or having one installed? How was your first Andersen install?
It's pretty good, pretty smooth.
How does it compare to the other chargers?
I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, you did most of the work installing it itself, but yeah, it seemed pretty good. Quite easy too.
Andersen, pretty good. Nice one. So of course that would have been far too easy, wouldn't it? A nice early finish on a Thursday. But yeah, it was far too easy because now our van is broken down again. This is like the 4th time, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks. We broke down yesterday and now it's broken down today, so absolute rubbish. So we're gonna have to wait for AA. It is a battery issue, but the battery itself is fine. I've tested it there, and the mechanic tested it the other day and he said, oh, the battery's fine, you must have just had things running. And then again the other day I was like, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it, for it to break down twice in the matter of a week. So I think it's some sort of issue with the alternator, or because the battery itself seems to be alright. Like, once it's charged, it holds its charge, but then, yeah, I don't know. So that means we are stuck here. We're just going to go for a little walk down to Costa. So I'm going to give the AA a quick ring, go for a little Costa coffee with my man Reuben.
Yeah, kind of sucks, but I guess we get a Costa.
To be honest, I saw they had the Tango Ice Blast, and I'm a kid.
I should have said that it was for me, to save embarrassment.
Oh, man.
I mean, it is a solid drink.
It's the best drink. Why didn't you get one? You're crazy. I would have got you one. I thought we might as well get another errands done while the van is broken down. Just getting the old AdBlue done. Thought I'd show you a little saucy hack. It takes ages to glog out, so just release the air and then a bit of physics, lift it up, there you go, it goes through a lot quicker. Bit of muscle building for Reuben.
Yeah.
And a cheeky little hack for you lot. I'm back on the road, finally, thank goodness for that. Back at my favourite angle, not my favourite angle of me, but my favourite angle of the van and driving. I just love this perspective. I don't know why, it just gives me major Postman Pat vibes. I feel like I'm Postman Pat, which is obviously every child's dream. And as we've already established, I am quite the child. Big man baby. So anyway, I'm just on my way to Nathan O'Looney Media's house. To drop off the SD card from today. And I thought I'd give you a quick roundup. Had a lovely early finish, and there was loads of little snaggy jobs, like bits that you don't really, you always want to do, but you always put off. Like my fixing boxes are becoming really disorganised. I've got like stuffing lands everywhere, and you know the shelves are getting a bit messy. So I was hoping I was going to get a chance to do like a little stock take and tidy up. I've kind of lost a few hours there, annoyingly. It was as I suspected. It was a battery drain. But it's really strange because we're doing a lot of driving, so it should be getting charged up. Like the alternator should be charging it. For whatever reason, something is draining the battery even when the van's switched off. I want to see what this drain is, because something, even though the battery is dodgy, I'm convinced there's another problem as well. So I've just pulled up at Nathan's house. He's staring at me out the window. He's been track and traced. Where's your SD card? Are these noodles actually for me?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to sign off. I'm going to pass you over to Nathan now to process for you to all enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.